Oh, okay. Welcome to episode 9 of Redacted Football Podcast. Crunk Chocolate here, and I'm here with my friend OPP. Yeah, you know he. How's it going? How you feeling?
I was just saying I've been very, very lazy for the last month and a half or so. And I'm kind of feeling in a bit of a funk. In general, I'm feeling all right. Do you know what I mean? I've started, as we've discussed in the last episode, which I think was possibly 2 weeks ago, I started an eBay account. So February's been a month of eBaying. I did manage to break 200 quid. So I've got up to £217, including fees. Eventually, everything did come through. What else have I done of interest recently that's been getting me fired up? I've been focusing on my credit score.
Very, very adult. Very
adult thing. So I've been having a row with the bank. I've been having a row with TransUnion, Equifax, and who was the other one? Experian. I was quite there. I'm down.
Oh, you're really hitting up all of them, huh?
Oh yeah, well, because my bank scores calculated divorce a couple of years ago, all that sort of stuff. I also had like 6 months of unemployment. It's not great, sometimes, and you got stacked up debt. So I had like 6 months of arranged pay down, which is not the same as like missing your payments. So I contacted the banks, all the creditors, got everything lined up and everything. But one of the cards marked itself as a default due to a clerical error, which was an upheld complaint, which I was compensated for. But that went onto my credit file for the last 2 years. And I've been too scared to look at it. So I've only noticed in January that it was incorrect. So I've then been going through with a fine-tooth comb going, well, that's not fucking me. That's the ex-wife. Got to take that off, sorted that out. Been on the phone with BT, had complaints upheld with them. But my issue with TransUnion, right? I had 2 complaints, right? One with one particular credit card holder, operator, I should say, right? I had an upheld complaint. Yeah, I provided you with a complaint number. I said this is incorrect on my credit file. You then went away and said this is incorrect. The information is correct. Your complaint is not valid. I then contact the credit card company. They say, "Oh, I'm very sorry. Here's some more compensation." And we'll correct your credit file. Right, and that happened with BT as well. So TransUnion, what's the point of having a complaint system to mark down things are incorrect on your credit file if you're not going to fucking do anything? I'm very organized, so I know everything, right? There's some poor people who are not like tragically organized like I am. And I did all that sort of shit. It's very, very stressful to go through something like that.
1,000%.
You know, do you know what I mean? It's really fucking worrying. It was one of the more worrying times of my life. And to sort of get yourself over that sort of next stage, you got to get all your ducks in a row and some more cliches. But make sure all your paperwork, you got a good record of your paperwork, and they can't fucking argue with you. So anyway, my credit rating's good. Is the upshot of it? But I had this marker removed from my account on my TransUnion credit record, which would be a default. Removing a default has a massive benefit because it will retrospectively correct your score. It fucking went down by 50 points. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Interesting.
So I've got issues with TransUnion, Equifax, and
I mean, that doesn't surprise me because it's like
Experian.
I remember one of my the only credit card I had, I finally paid it down, and I called my bank, and I'm like, shut it down, get rid of it. And they're like, no, I don't think you want to do that. That's bad for your credit score.
Yeah, you want to keep it.
And that's what they said. And I said, fuck off. You're not getting me in this debt game. Do whatever you got to do to my credit score. I'm not. That's how I fell in the trap in the first place, was just being like, whatever, let's just use it. And
it is a big trap. Yeah, it is a big trap. But you need it if you want to go and do shit. Do you know what I mean? And then what they've done to me is they've reduced, like, I've never like smashed the credit or anything. But when I got divorced, I ended up with all the unsecured personal debt, which is like 18 months of people not communicating and not paying things. So you can get messy very, very quickly.
Especially with the interest. The interest is how.
Do you know what I mean? Life's expensive. Yeah, so
life is pretty expensive.
It's fucking expensive, isn't it? It cracks on really, really quickly. And you've got nothing to show for it. Then you've got to pay your debts off. Anyway, so I'm paying my debts off. They've like reduced one of my card limits down from like nearly £15,000, 14.5 grand. It's now at like $3,000. And I'm like, I can't live like this. I've got to go and do stuff, and I need to have that safety net. I know this is. I'm living a nice life here, so I'm complaining about getting my credit rating back to quite a decent rating still, and just having around with them. So yeah, that's what's been occupying me. eBaying things, bikes, trainers. People have bought my used trainers for almost retail, which is like stupid. What you're doing.
I mean, the first thing I do when anything is on sale and I look at like buying secondhand is I Google the price of it. So if I feel like anything you're buying resale has to be at least 30% cheaper. Like just for the fact that it's like somebody else's. Yeah. It's just like, bro. And even then I'm gonna haggle. Like I feel like everything I'm gonna like whatever price it is, if it's 60, I'm gonna be like, you okay with 50? It doesn't matter what it is. It could be $25 and I'm like, you all right with 17? I just need a win in the win. Like that's kind of just life, right?
Of course. Yeah, why not? It's secondhand goods. It's not like, and you should be able to do that. And you can in a lot of places in the world. Go and do that in the fucking shop. Yeah. You haggle over big prices, don't you, in life? You haggle over a house, you haggle over a car. You just go in the grocery store and you get fucking stitched. Talking about grocery stores and getting stitched. So apples, right? Fucking apples. Organic apples the girlfriend got from Waitrose. We're talking, again, I've got first world problems here. But £3 something or other. £3 like 50 or something like that for 4 apples. They're not great apples. So on a Saturday, we go to Whole Foods. I got 4 hand-picked Pink Lady apples, which are a more expensive apple here in the UK. And it was £1.87. Am I not calculating this right at the Whole Foods till? Anybody can just give me the right pointer on this. Am I stealing? If I am, I'm very sorry.
Don't apologize. Steal from them all day.
I did used to actively steal from Tesco near my old work.
I am the king of I will buy organic bananas, but ring it up as regular bananas.
That's what I was doing. I was putting my Pink Ladies through Brabants.
Yes,
and that's very far cheaper. Is that what it costs? Yeah, a softer apple.
And that's what the self-serve respect. Everybody knows that's what the self-serve is for. They even they understood every corporation. Like that was the conversation when they put in the self-serve, so they can get rid of the workers, and they understand there's going to be shrinkage. That little word. But yeah, they're still saving money not having to pay human beings. Hey, if you're not gonna have humans around here to like check me, like fuck off. Like I'm not over here stealing $350 worth of groceries. I'm saving myself like $3, which in the long run, if I can do that a few times, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Like worst case, I'm gonna be like, oh, what? Oh, I'm so sorry, I hit the wrong button.
The thing that always gets me about the self-service checkouts, I'm sure the same in the States, when they ask you to donate charity on top of your fucking purchase.
Yes.
Go fuck yourself. Do I want to round it up to get on of your choice? Go fuck yourself. How about you drop your prices or just
1,000% and just you give the money.
What I've just spent with you fucking cheeky bastard.
Do not take the bonus that you're giving your presidents and give them like 0.5% less and donate that. That's like significant. It's insane. Like how even like with the California wildfires, everybody's like, please donate, please donate, please donate. And you got all these celebrities talking about donating, and there have been multiple times like those commercials aren't as prevalent anymore. But the first thing I would do whenever I would see a celebrity trying to push something, I would immediately Google and see if they have donated any money, because it's like, how you were paid to do this commercial to ask me to give money. Like, what sense does that make?
When did we stop respecting celebrities?
When they started doing everything, because that was the best thing about commercials was like a normal commercial. It was just normies. It was just like everyday people, and now every commercial is a celebrity trying to be like, but buy this cheap thing. Like the most recent one I saw, it was like 2 celebrities, and it's Carvana. I don't know if you have it there, but it's like you buy. It's like a car buying app. You buy the car gets dropped.
Oh, okay, right.
and it's like Dax Shepard and his wife, and so they're like talking about prices, and they're like watching the price go up and down, and then they're showing like a $15,000 car, and they're like, I think we can wait a little bit more and get it down $2,000 more, and they're showing their house, and their house is literally like gigantic, and so it's like, why? 15,000, that's probably less than their mortgage, their monthly mortgage. Like, why? I'm not downloading that because of the people.
I mean,
selling. It goes down to this. Actually, selling out. Like, when did we stop getting at people for selling out? Like there used to be a day when you would hear your favorite band and a song in a commercial, and you were like, "Fuck that." Why? What? Fuck them. And now you hear them in a commercial and you're like, yay, good for them. They're getting money. Like the whole idea of just get the bag. Get the bag. That is like, that's the thing that we get the bag.
Yeah.
Like, trust me.
Yeah, no, that's an interesting one, isn't it?
But also, that is an interesting one. Famous. Like I want a bag. Like, if anyone wants to put my face as something, I will do it. But I mean, the second I don't have to do something like that, I'm out of here. But yeah, it's just
that is a really interesting thing though that you say that, because it used to be, you know, the old Bob Dylan, Judas playing electric. If you had any commercial connection with your music, didn't it? But I can remember when I was, if I heard any of the bands that I liked as a kid and they were on TV, or you heard them like sampled in a movie. I guess being on a movie soundtrack's not quite the same as being on a commercial.
Yeah,
but it's kind of the fucking same thing, isn't it? Really,
kind of, yeah. But it definitely kind of is movie, because like, I guess it depends on the movie. But yeah, you're like, yeah, if it's like a good artsy movie or like a TV show, because I've had, there are some like up and coming artists
some
that
fucking killer soundtracks over the year, mate.
Yeah,
some killer soundtracks.
Yeah,
I mean, one of the most underrated soundtracks from
Twilight.
the 1990s was Twilight. So
1990s.
No,
what?
We're not talking about Twilight.
No,
right, we can come on to Twilight in a second.
The soundtrack. I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
You tell me. You can't. Look, mate. People are judging you already. Do you know what I mean? You think that they can't,
bro.
They can't Google your activities.
Listeners, viewers, look up the Twilight soundtracks, and they were fucking bangers. Bangers.
Run me through the. Go on there. Go on.
Okay, looking it up. Twilight soundtrack.
This will kill 10 minutes. I've got some good ones.
Let's go. Muse, Supermassive Black Hole.
Nah, all right, fair enough.
Right. Collective Soul, Tremble My Beloved. Paramore had both of the Decode and I Caught Myself are fucking huge bangers. Linkin Park, Leave Out the Rest. Iron and Wine, Flightless Bird, American Atlantic. Like, bro, there were some bangers on these soundtracks.
I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. Okay, I'll raise you an equally camp film with a completely underrated fucking soundtrack.
Okay.
You need to pull up Batman Forever.
Batman. Yes, that was like Muse and stuff like that. Or not Muse. I said Muse. Seal. Yeah.
This is Seal. Yeah. So this is Seal and U2.
Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me by U2. Where Are You Now by Brandy. Oh my gosh. There's a Light by Nick Cave. The Riddler. Oh, by Method Man. I forgot about that song. Yeah. Kiss of a Rose by Seal. One Time Too Many by PJ Harvey. Bad Days by Flaming Lips. Like,
that's good too.
This is great.
That is a fucking soundtrack.
That is a
right, and that's an average as fuck film, right? I've seen it 4 or 5 times. Jim Carrey's good in that film. That is a totally. That's an unnecessarily good soundtrack.
Yes, yeah, because I mean, even like while we're talking about the 90s, that was what the 90s was very much good for. Was like a movie eclectic. And then the soundtrack.
Nice eclectic soundtrack.
Because even thinking about like
to everybody else,
the Free Willy soundtrack, like that was I feel like that was kind of like near the death of it. Was like
because they were paying Free Willy soundtrack.
They were paying, well, I mean,
who's on the Free Willy soundtrack?
I said the Free Willy soundtrack, but technically it was just Michael Jackson.
Is he on the Free Willy soundtrack?
He is, because the moment when Free Willy jumps over the kid to become free, Michael Jackson.
What Jackson tune is it? That last Jackson album.
Will You Be There?
I don't know that one. Will You Be There? What's that one? Don't get struck for copyright, but you got to.
I know, right?
I have to check that out. I'm a massive Michael Jackson fan. I know I said last week that I told my youngest that he's known for child abuse, which he is, but I fucking love Michael Jackson. Honestly, I like history. Is if you've ever got a decent pair of headphones, I mean, not like your fucking Apple fucking whatever, yes, these bullshit things. If you've got a decent setup, right, put on like Stranger in Moscow, right, the intro on Stranger in Moscow, the rhythm breakdown, right, and the layering is just immense. You can listen. There is very little to no better production than Michael Jackson. That history album's amazing.
Man,
I tell you what, also has got amazing production on it, which I used to listen to at my mate's house, whose dad had the killer setup. Was the album Fairground by Simply Red? Oh, there you go. They were Man United.
That is
Simply Red.
Okay.
Big Ginger. He sold some records in the States.
Simply Red. Oh, he's a redhead. So that makes sense.
Yeah, he's a ginger person. It's the nearest thing we have to a soul singer in Manchester. You think I'm fucking joking? He's got his McCuffle. He's got a good set. He's got a good voice.
No, I mean it's seriously. It's called. He's an English soul and pop band. Like that's funny. I feel like I've heard of. I feel like.
Oh, you will have heard some songs. Yeah.
I feel like I've heard the term Simply Red. Yeah. That was hilarious. That was great. That was great. And well, I mean, going to the beginning of it, like you were saying how you've been kind of down. But honestly, so have I. I've been kind of like struggling, and I'm legitimately 14 days from coming to England for the first time, and I should be happier. I should be like, I'm not saying I'm not happy about it. I'm not saying I'm not excited about it, but you would think that I'd be just truly buzzing, that I'd be just like floating, jumping around everywhere. But it's been weird, especially today. I had multiple coworkers be like, "What's wrong?" Like legitimately like stopping me and staring at me, and they're like, "What is wrong with you?" And it's just like, bro, just let me. That's actually the thing that annoys me the most, because yes, I get it. I'm usually a light. I'm usually like a fun, laughing person. But sometimes you don't want to be that. Sometimes you just want to be chill. And then when I'm chill, everyone's like, "What's wrong?" And it's like. And I want to be like, hey, you doing this isn't helping me. And in fact, it's actually pushing me further down in the dumps because now you're being weird and now I'm being more weird. It was like, just let me
think about it.
Yeah. Like, let me just be chill.
Let me sulk on my own.
Like I'm still working. I'm getting work done. I'm being efficient. Things are getting in fact, I'm probably working harder because I'm not talking as much now. Like, so just like, let me do my thing.
I lost my temper in the gym on Saturday, which is kind of a similar thing. So going into the class, and I'm going with a girlfriend, and there's a row of mirrors. It's a long, thin room, and it's going to be like a HIIT interval class. So, people go in there with friends, partners, and stuff like that. And there's like a guy's got his stuff, big window, proper big window. He's put his stuff on one half, I put my stuff on another. And I go to get my stuff, and he comes back and he throws his weights like down where my feet are, like on my spot where I kind of am. Like they weren't big weights as well. I'm not being a dick. They weren't big weights. And he threw them down. I thought, I'm in his way. Maybe this is where his girlfriend was going to go. But he was like bang in the middle of the mirrors, like bang in the middle. So his girlfriend was to the right, and he sort of pushed me to the left. My girlfriend sort of pushed us to the front of the mirrors, come stand here. And I thought, no, I'm going to be stepping back in the lad. And I was all right at first. And then I went and sort of sat in the corner. And then I went, was it me or did he throw his weights at me? And Kim goes, no, he did. And she goes, don't do anything, right? And
she gassed you up with that battery.
Right, as soon as she said that, I got in such a fucking, like a childish rage.
She should have knew better. Like no,
I was like, he fucking did,
just gaslight you. Just gaslight you.
Just like, no, you're seeing things. I'm smashing that. I bruised my hand, like punching the weight into the floor like a child. Right, I'm like absolutely having a tantrum over there in the corner. I keep glaring at them like I'm gonna do this, that, and I'm chuntering shit to her during the entire 45 minutes. She's going, don't, you'll get us banned from the gym, all this bullshit, right? And that's basically me having a poor emotional reaction to a situation, and like an amplified example of what you're talking about, where, you know, it doesn't really matter what's going on in my little mind, but I'm gonna make sure that the entire environment fucking understands how I feel within this small radius. If the instruction, Mikey, love you, Mikey, come by, I'd be nice and smiley, or I would stop doing it because I'm that much of a fucking pussy. Do you know what I mean? But like, it's like, yeah, pick on the people. And like I said, he was skinnier than me. So do you know what I mean? I'm picking a fight with somebody I can. But my point being is that sometimes we don't really understand how our emotional reactions can actually affect other people.
Mm-hmm.
And you should think about that. Being such a joyous person, when you become this slightly more insular, which you got perfect right to do, person, people are looking for that energy because it's missing, and they come to you looking for it. They got that resonance, that memory of it, and they're like, "Give me a hug. What's going on, man?" And you're like, "Oh, fuck yourself. Well, I'm fine. I'm doing my job. I'm allowed to feel like this." And they're going, "Yeah, all right, yeah, you are, but." Oh,
and honestly, I was answering everybody very nicely. I was telling everybody I was like, I'm fine.
Yeah, but that's worse. That's worse. If you're answering them nicely, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You're getting all English with people. You're being more polite when actually just want to fuck off. Just go, I'm feeling shit today.
But I don't want to tell them to fuck off. I mean, well, I do. Right. But not. I guess not that phrase. They don't watch enough English football. If I tell them, if I tell them to fuck off, they would be like, "Oh." But yeah, I was just like, "I'm good. I'm just mellow. I'm just mellow. Just let me be mellow." And then they would still be like, "What's up? What's up?" And I'm like, I literally already told you what's up with me. So now you're making me repeat myself, and that's what pisses me off. Like, bro, listen to me the first time, please. Like, listen to me the first time. Like, is there anything I can do? You can leave me alone. That's what you can do. You can just like do your thing, and if I need your help, I will let you know. Yeah. Well, like, this isn't helping. Like, just straight up, just telling you now. You're trying to help. You want to help, but you're not helping. In fact, you're making it worse, because now I'm really in my head, and now I'm trying to be.
Yeah, because you're doing the thing that I was doing. Yeah, you're doing the thing that I was doing. And you're like, you're thinking about the fucking reaction that you've had, which is even worse.
Like, why am I mad? What's going on?
Why am I mad? Yeah, that's worse. I could tell you were feeling sorry for yourself because you dressed sensibly. You don't look like you're trying to be interesting at a party for once. You just dress like a normal bloke. I like it. You look
good. I mean, that. All right. Speaking of, I've been trying to figure out. I was like, what do I pack for this trip? Like, what do I?
Oh, well, let's have a think. Where are we going? Let's have a look.
Because I know to only bring. I'm only bringing city shirts specifically for the games I'm going to. Like, other than that, I won't be wearing.
Longitude? What's the longitude? Check it out. Check out the longitude of Manchester. That's what you want to say, don't you? What's it on the level with? Let's try and figure. That's another game we can play. Let's figure it out by our American analog city on the same longitude. That should give you a good indication.
Same longitude? What?
It's on the same spot on the map, mate. It's north and south of each other, yeah? So if you drew a line from one to the other, you'd be on the same. You just like draw a straight line across the same longitude. That's right, isn't it?
Okay, yeah. Yes.
Longitude and latitude. Lateral movement is down. Am I right? Or is
no, you are. I just needed a little more context of what you were talking about. Sorry. No, you nailed it.
What
is the weather going to be?
I know, because I live here. But let's make it into a game. Because we all know the answer. It's going to be fucking raining and cold. We know the answer is that, but let's make it a bit more interesting than that.
That is fair.
It's going to be fucking cold and rainy. I would suggest.
I mean, right now it's about the same weather, honestly.
Let's have
it's going to be in the it's going to be the same weather, 60s, 50s. I live in the Midwest, so the way that the Midwest works is when it's not the summer, it's usually pretty cool. But then once it's the summer, we get, you would think it's the South. We will get 110, 100. That's the awful thing about the Midwest. You get stupid high heat and freezing cold. where most of the places you kind of get a nice mellow vibe. So, hey, that actually be great. I can bring. I was planning naturally. You got to bring a couple jumpers. I understand that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure this out. And then I don't really have like walking shoes, so like that's my problem.
What?
Not like shoes specifically for. I mean, like
the fuck you walking around Manchester. Well, where are you going that you need boots?
I'll just wander.
You just go do some.
I wake up. Well, that's what I'm saying. Well,
with hiking boots, looking like a German.
No, I didn't say that. No, I love
rucksack on and 3 thermos flasks. Going to the Urbis and asking where the football museum
with
is.
My trail mix in a bag.
Yeah,
my trail mix. Nibble on.
Hey, hi.
I'm American.
Nice I'm an American. You take USD?
Tell?
No. Here for the soccer museum. Yeah, all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I
Pack
get in at 14. I get there at like 4, and that's not 4 p.m. So that's not really time to do anything. Just really get into the hotel and I'm gonna grab dinner, but that's about it.
So I'm not coming up to Manchester. You're coming down to see me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. All right. So from the airport, you can get the tram into the city. I'm pretty sure. Sure that's the case. Everybody. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you can just wander around the city. That's it.
I mean, that's basically what I plan on doing. I'm gonna.
That's it.
Try to get in. If I see some random people doing a kickabout, 5-on-5, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, let me in." I'm not great, but let me in.
Nah, it's not fucking white men can't jump. You're not going to Moss Side and getting a fucking. There's no pickup games of football.
No,
that don't work.
That's not like a thing that happens.
Like that.
There aren't people just kicking a ball around all the time.
Yeah, but they'll think you're a weird guy.
I don't care. I'm gonna take 3 days.
You have to. We'll go for a kickabout in the park. Yeah, I'll take you for a kickabout.
I want to befriend some strangers.
Well, you can befriend some strangers. I'm just saying that you won't find a pickup game of football. You might if you have a look on a website. Actually, there might be like a 5-a-side. Yeah, you might need to have a look for like.
Those are going to be like people actually being good. I want like Sunday League vibes. I want very chill.
No, they are good. Our Sunday League game football is not easy because it's different. It's like old school football, and
I know.
It's like
people,
really,
they'll clean you. I'm aware of that. I see the videos.
Yeah, but it's not so much that. It's more like getting over the field. It's like a field, like a farmer's fucking field. It's or a bog, or like you need the strength to like hold the drunk man off you. Do you know what I mean? It's not okay. But my point being, I think in Manchester City Centre, there's probably like a turn-up, pick-up game of soccer. So you can probably find that. But most like 5-a-side games are like booked courts. So you have to pay for the facilities. There is the odd thing here and there, but you'd have to have a little, I don't fucking know. When I used to live in the city centre, I'd take a ball and have a kick around in the park with the boy. But that was just like we'd check for needles and clear the dog shit out first. It wasn't great facilities or anything like that. But down here in the well-funded south of England, there's plenty of parks with loads of bits and pieces. We'll have a little walk down to. I'll show you some football facilities and stuff. But good luck. You can't. It's not like that.
Lame,
mate. It's not like unless you know somebody who's got like a club, or you know somebody who's like who plays. They could get you for a game of football. I don't play anymore. And I don't know anybody.
I mean, I do know a few people, but that still feels like a little too much. Like if that happens, then I'm definitely gonna have like someone record me while I look terrible.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm gonna record you looking terrible, and we will humiliate you.
No, I'm definitely gonna. You're gonna. No, I'm gonna. Yeah, for sure.
There's like at the O2, there's a football experience, so we can go and do that. We can go and vlog that. So you just go and kick a ball at a screen. It's like a digital experience. I want to do that with the kids, so we can have a go. Obviously, I'm going to talk myself up. I'm good at football. You're an American, so this is going to be fucking hilarious, right? You're going to be like trying to fucking. You're going to be putting. You think it's scrimmage or something? They're stopping for a quarter and having a drink, and like now it's etc. Canada, America, ice hockey. That was fun, wasn't it? I watched a bit of that. That made me laugh. That's fucking stupid. That's a stupid sport, isn't it? What's that about? I loved it, but what the fuck is? How can you have 3 fights in 15 seconds and end up with 6 people sent off, and the game continues?
Well, those people specifically are there to fight.
That's even better.
You start the game off. Again. Yeah, you start the game off with your fighters, and then it's like, all right, you put those people on. All right, we'll put our people on, and yeah, they fight. They get them off, nice. And then you put the actual hockey players. Yeah,
it's stupid. Yeah. I used to love NHL hockey on the Sega Genesis, as you guys would say. We would say the Sega Mega Drive. That was one of the all-time great sports games. Mega Drive. We call it the Mega Drive. Genesis. I mean, what's a bit fucking religious, isn't it? No.
I mean, maybe. It can be, but I mean, as a kid, that wasn't the first thing I thought about. I thought about just Sonic.
Well, what do you think about? When you said the word Genesis, you didn't think about.
I don't. Religion is definitely is not the first thing that comes. There aren't many things that come to mind as religion first, other than like church and stuff. No, I grew up Southern Baptist, and that was a lot in itself. But like, all I took from church was be a good human being, and awful people still go to church. Like that was what I picked up very quickly as a kid.
That's a good observation.
Like so many people, like I was just like,
because I would like. That's a good observation.
Because I'm with like my mom and aunts and stuff like that, and they'd be like chatting with people, and I would see the same people out, and they would be like wilding, or I knew I wouldn't like my aunt's friend over here, but then I'd see her in church all the time, or hear about her being in church all the time. And then honestly, my grandma, she's not the best person, but she loves church. So it's just like, that don't mean shit. People just, and then naturally, the older you get, you kind of find out how people use religion to kind of make themselves feel better, and our other people feel worse and things like that. But also that's any structure. People are going to try to figure out how to feel better than others.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Unfortunately,
they are. That's kind of it. Yeah. After my near-death experience that I described the other week, I've been locked in thinking about one of my childhood houses and how the kids were mean to me and stuff when I was a kid. They weren't that mean to me, or on many occasions, despite my claims, but they were occasionally, as kids are. And it's like people find like a way to be mean, and me included. You end up just like doing the same fucking thing as everybody else does, don't you? And sometimes I've been thinking about like falling out with friends. Like I fell out with one friend who was Glenn Jones, who was a good friend of mine. Did I talk about Glenn the other week? We used to play Hero Quest. Right, I was thinking, we looked you up on the internet, Glenn. We found you on a video selling software. I'm not surprised. The guy was always trying to make money out of me. Right?
You did bring him up. You did bring him up. Yep, that friend. Yep.
Yeah, and I've just been thinking about Glenn. I thought
selling software is great.
Yeah, educational software. Good for you, mate. Yeah, he ended up as a patent attorney, apparently. So yeah, good for you. Nice bloke. Lovely family. But like I've been thinking about people like that, and I've been thinking about my childhood bike got stolen once I'd moved out of the house and like my parents had separated, and my stepdad was really gutted about it, and I wasn't that arsed because I've grown up. It's like, oh, I bet he like can remember me riding up and down. I'm just being fucking sentimental, and this is what happens when you take your house rest and don't go out of the house or go to the gym or do anything that's healthy. I've been doing light weights here. Went last week and like had a temper tantrum in a class.
Hey, you're not wrong though. When you're just home, you definitely have more time to think, and you're moving around, you're keeping yourself busy, and that's half the reason why. Like when COVID happened, and like the 3 months that America was shut down, I know so many people who are in completely different career paths because. That same thing. They were home long enough to be like, I actually fucking hate what I'm doing. And now they're doing this like really fun thing that they love, and they own businesses and things that they actually enjoy, and like it's been interesting to see people like that. But yeah, also you have the people on the opposite end where just. But yeah, shout out to all those people who went after their dreams.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, good for you. No, I think no, because we've all got dreams. I'd like that. I think it's the projection that people make of those realities. I think is quite false. I think it's quite difficult to pursue your own dream in the truest sense.
1,000%.
And like you say,
1,000%.
fair play to you if you can do it, and fair play to you if you can make it successful. I mean, most people, I think I pursued a compromised dream and was fairly successful at like a vague area of success. So, but if you can like pinpoint and like state to people, that's what I'm going to go and do it. There's got to be, and that is the thing you actually go and achieve. There's a certain amount of selfishness and like detestability about the fucking people who can go and do that. Because if you can go single-mindedly achieve that against all the odds, you've clearly been a fucking arsehole with a lot of people to do that. Even if it's like sacrificing selfishly, like objectively your time, which you should be sharing. And that's a big thing in a relationship, obviously, sharing your time. It's the big thing. If you're not prepared to do that and you want to selfishly drive towards that thing, fair play to you. Fair play to you. Me and the girlfriend, we've got our £217, if I'm not mistaken, eBay, before you've taken any more fucking fees out of it. And we're going to try and grow that. So we're looking at maybe we should start microtransaction trading. Should we do that? Maybe we should start. So she wants to sell water bottles. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to set up a small design house, and we're going to start to make very small run products of just absolutely no use really whatsoever, other than decoration in people's lives. But we should position it as if it's something that people will desire. I think that's what people do.
That's exactly what people do.
Part of the idea with this is I was caught in a mini riot on Saturday, right, coming out of the gym. No fucking shit. Right? I think it's Poser. Poser are a fucking streetwear brand. It's called Poser pop-up shop. Mini riot, Carnaby Street. Poser and somebody else it was. So some lads in Bally's turn up with a van, and I'm in the gym, and the gym cafe like looks out onto the street in Soho, and this van goes past.
I found it. Yeah.
And when I say
free pop-up. Oh my god, that's a riot! Oh my gosh!
They sent in the Eagle. They had like 4 or 5 different riot vans, and we're like walking up Carnaby Street, and like Kim's goes, "Shit, we shouldn't go." Thinking it's like a car going to come down. It's like a terrorist attack or something. It was clearly just all the kids wilding out. They were like climbing lampposts. They were tearing down signs. It was absolute chaos. But they're all a bunch of nice kids because we saw them before we went in. And we're like, what is it? Is it half term? It was half term. So all the kids all the schools are shut for school holidays. So we knew there'd be some kids, but they were all in looking for stuff. And they all had flights. Yeah, there you go. Means fuck all to me. But there you go. You can create so much demand and hype around.
They've done this.
Yeah. It's it's the usual. A couple of free t-shirts, but around that area of town is where all of the kids, and I don't understand, we've discussed it before, they love to fucking queue for shit. I don't understand why you're all queuing for a fucking t-shirt or whatever's coming out. It makes no fucking sense to me whatsoever. Why you'd all want to be in a line with the other people who are going to buy the stuff that's going to make you, I don't know, all look the same. It's high.
This is hilarious.
I don't understand that.
I'm reading this article, and it's funny because also the person who's writing the article is very much, and you can tell he's like an older, stuffy person where he just doesn't get it. But it's like one boy seemingly stealing a police officer's jacket and wearing it as he jumped up and down on a car. Chats of "fuck the feds" could be heard. Oh my gosh, I love this.
I did as well. It was just great to see. It really was. I think they were shutting all the tubes and everything. There wasn't anything. Yeah, we got out just as they were closing Tottenham Court Road, I think. But it was, that was fun last week. So it's never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. Yeah. So so when are you thinking of coming down? You're staying. You're on the 14th. When's your match?
The match is the 15th. I have to be out on the 11th on the 16th at 11 a.m. on the 16th, and I do have to go back to Manchester on the 19th because that's when I'm going to a Women's Champions League match. Man City play Chelsea for the first leg, so I'm going to that. But I'll be back down. But yeah, other than that, it's from after 11, and that's why I said the 16th because I checked to see that Hall of Fame Museum, it closes at 5. Because I was like, oh yeah, I could, when I get in Manchester, I could just go there. But it closes at 5, and then the next day is the game, and I feel like I'm going to be enjoying myself, and we'll probably be a little drunk for the museum, or I might not. We'll find out.
In my head, you were coming Wednesday to Wednesday, so you're coming in on the 13th or the 14th.
I think my flight starts on the 13th because
it arrives on the 14th.
But I'll get there on the 14th. Yes.
And you leave on the 21st.
Correct. I fly into Manchester
from
but
London,
I fly
London
out.
Heathrow. London Heathrow. Yeah, cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, fine. Right. Okay. Well, we can discuss like traveling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Off.
Yes. Yes. I don't want to dox my damn self.
I'd like it. It'd be nice to get some interest, wouldn't it? It's me, guys. I'm taking. You can tell it's me. I'm taking a video of myself, and I'm going to put it on the internet. Oh, but it's fucking every cunt. Do you know what I mean?
Well, in that, I feel like I do a decent, because I mean that's kind of what you have to do nowadays. Is like
disrespecting you.
Oh no, not at all. Oh, I'm not. You can disrespect me all you want. It's whatever. But there's a level of, naturally I gotta capture moments because I would like to make a daily vlog or whatever, but also I very much want to be in the moment. I plan on, because I want to make some content for Patreon. I'm waiting to hear back. I may or may not be doing some stuff with Man City for the pre-match show. And then, the Premier, I got invited to go to the Premier League studio, so I'm waiting to get that confirmed for people.
Premier League.
Premier
League.
What am I saying?
Premier.
It's
not a fucking rapper, mate. Do you know what I mean?
I am an American from the Midwest. We love our
I can't send you to the Premier League fucking studio. We can't do it.
Premier League.
We can't. I'm gonna. I want you to look up. I want you to look up a place called. I'm going to tell you how to spell it.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you how to say it, and I want you to type it in. Todmorden.
Yeah, spell that. I have no idea even what you said.
I don't know how to spell it actually. T-O-D. It's a double D. Todmore. M-O-R.
You said Todmore?
T-O-D.
Okay.
D. M-O-R.
Todmorden. Got it. Yep.
Yeah. Right. Read it. How do you say it when you read it?
Todmorden.
It's not bad. That's not bad. So we're going to start with British names. So we're going to concatenate a little bit of that, and you should be all right with this, because this is why I think Northern people find it easy to understand Americans when they start concatenating and talking fast, because that's Todmorden. Todmorden.
So you don't actually, the R is almost silent.
Yeah, you're dropping a lot of vowel sounds and stuff, aren't you? So it's like Todmorden. It's the same with the Premier. It's the Premier, right?
Premier.
Mute some of those vowel sounds. Premier. You can do everything else, but I can't send you to the Premier League as your mate. I can't send you to the Premier League fucking studios. But you've got to get it in there. You got to it's like when Americans come over and they call everybody mate all the time. So I love that. All right, mate. All right.
What's up, lads? Hey, mate.
I think you've got to have 3 in your
What's up,
vocabulary.
chaps?
My 3 are mate, buddy, and pal. There you go. Mate, buddy, and pal.
I'm not your mate, pal. I'm not your pal, mate.
No, it's not.
I'm not your mate, buddy.
That's like the Cave of Dreams in The Empire Strikes Back. You don't really take your weapons with you. You just go and smile. All right, mate, how you doing? Because a buddy, an unforeseen buddy, a warm buddy from somebody, or a warm pal from somebody can really make your day.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah. Thanks, pal.
Buddy.
Cheers, buddy.
Buddy.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a fucking Scouser, honestly. That's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame that I'm a bit skint and I'm going to the States next time because we should have gone to Liverpool, really. So Liverpool's nice.
That's what I hear.
Liverpool, Liverpool on the waterfront.
I don't know why I thought it was further away, but
it's not. Well, have you got a fucking tape measure or a fucking ruler on the side of the country? It's not that big.
Well, yes, I'm aware that it's but
how far away are you from Chicago?
3 hours.
How far and how long is that an American drive in 3 hours? Because that'll be is that in the state or?
It's like 220 miles.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Pretty much everywhere around here is about that. What's Manchester to London? Have you seen how far that is?
I thought it was about 3 hours.
Yeah, it's about 4 hours, isn't it? Is it 300 miles? So that's sort of the distance. But train down's about an hour. That's all right. You have to use the train. I'll come see you at the train station.
I hope so.
I think it's good to make you navigate on the tube.
I mean, hey, I can. I handled Chicago or New York. I got to where I needed to through New York, and so like I once you do New York and all that chaos, I feel like anywhere else is it's pretty manageable.
Yeah, it's nice and organized and what's the right word? What does my mother always say? Orderly, nice and orderly, and safe. The UK. That's what I like about it. Yeah.
Okay, so Premiere. What else should I avoid? Say Premiere.
Premiere.
Is there anything else I should probably? What are things that I can?
What is it?
To look too obvious.
Is it DJ Premier?
Yeah, it is DJ Premier.
Premier.
You got me like I'm locked in by saying Premier.
Premier League. Yeah, Premier League. That's it. That's how we do it. Premier League. So you might be going to the Premier League. You could do something with them if we can remember how to do it. It's like when you repeat a word. These abstract little sounds that we've assigned so much meaning to. You just repeat the word until it means fucking nothing. That's a great game. That's a wonderful game. So I mean, fuck your trip. I'm very excited about my trip to the kook capital of the fucking world in Sedona in April. I'm fucking so looking forward to this. Graham Hancock speaking for 2 days. We've got all of according to the email newsletter that I'm getting, all of the YouTube kooks will be there. All of you will be there, and I will be there.
Wicked white shit. Like that's scary. That's stuff I avoid.
Sounds like a good grift if you can handle it, though, doesn't it?
Oh no,
it's absolute crystal bitch fucking center. It's gonna be just the most mental shit. After having taken the girlfriend to Amsterdam last year and having had a very bad experience with
that was great.
That was right. We are going nowhere near any sort of inner searching or psychedelic experiences on this fucking trip.
It's gonna be pretty hot there, isn't it? Like, how do you handle the heat? Are you?
Well, I'm used to it. I'm all right. Yeah, I believe that white people, we drive air conditioned vehicles and we go into air conditioned buildings. Is that not the case in the desert? That's how
1,000%. But I mean, when you're outside, you're still outside.
Not for long. No, not for very fucking long.
That's fair.
I mean, she wants to go hiking. Right?
I mean, it's going to be beautiful. It will be beautiful.
Yeah, we're going to see some Arizona's shit. I love canyons and like deserts, and in fairness, as we've said, I spent a lot of time in Nevada as a kid. I really love it. I love the desert. I love that sort of stuff. So I'm used to that sort of thing.
Okay, that's fair.
Last time we went hiking in a desert when we were in Petra. Oh, we did go to Wadi Rum, which is a big deserty place. Is that a deserty place? I think that's right. We stayed in the desert, but we didn't go hiking in the desert. We went on like an outback trail on the back of a Jeep and saw all these film locations that all look the fucking same to me. Oh, this was in The Martian. Oh, this was in Star Wars, the fucking God knows what. It's a rock. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we did go hiking and we'd been all the way up to the cathedral, I think it is. We'd done the whole Petra run and then we sort of went off the beaten track. We just ordered 2 double espressos in the fucking desert, like a pair of fucking English people. We drunk our espressos. We had 1 500ml bottle of water left, and we decided to take what could only be described as a 4-hour fucking hike into the middle of fucking nowhere. Kim consumed this bottle of water within about the first 200 fucking meters, right? Oh no, I'll tell you a lie, right? We had a bottle of water each. She consumed hers within the first 200 meters and then proceeds to take mine off me and consumes that within the next 400 or 500 meters. So we've no water. And we're wandering around all these different deserted little canyons and stuff. And we go into this particular one that looked like a bit like the skull from Castle Grayskull. Remember that? You're too old for him, man. Right? Like look like a skull face. You go in there. Oh, it's interesting. It's got a sweet smell. It must be incense. Come on in here, love. It's really nice in here. It's very peaceful. You look out, and it's so hot out there. But in there, it's beautiful and it's nice and cool and it's quite serene. And then I noticed there's some straw and stuff. And then I noticed to the left there is the carcass of a dead dog that I can only describe as being in a gaseous state. That was the sweet smell. It was not incest. There was a rotten corpse of a dog. So I ushered the vegetarian girlfriend out of the fucking door, and we proceeded on our hike up to the top of the fucking mountain. Only to discover another dead dog at the top in the only bit of fucking water that was anywhere. A small dog, again in a very gaseous point to the extent where he looks a little bit like a football. It was bobbing around. Ooh. So that's the last time we went hiking in the desert. I think, what else had I done? Did I burn my feet? We've been in the Dead Sea the day before, and like you can float in the Dead Sea. It's got really heavy salt content. Yep. I was getting there, like just burning. I'm Greek. I've got special white skin. It doesn't burn. It does burn. It does burn. Right, so there's me getting that tan. And then we were like right down at the bottom, and the resort that we'd sort of stopped at was much further up. And it's the desert. It's where, your man Moses and his boys did some wandering for a bit. Moses has fucking been everywhere around Jordan. He's had a game of football here. That's where his campsite was. He set up a taxation office here. He didn't actually make it into Israel, did he? Or Jerusalem, or wherever the fuck he was going. He died before he got there. But if you look into it, he was a bit of a bugger, was Moses. Anyway, don't take it from me. That's just my interpretation. There's some, do you know what I mean? Did he not go with his man to the hill, and only him and his son comes down, and his son like, I'm going to put his son into power. God struck him down, right? Okay, yeah, Of course he did. Fucking absolute bullshit merchant, that guy. Anyway, I'm needing to go to the loo. I'm sunburnt already. I get a towel. I don't take my flip flops because I think I'm wet. I'll walk up. Okay, this is the desert. It's been fucking blazing sunshine for at least 2 or 3 hours. When I say I took the surface of my skin off on the soles of my feet, it's an exaggeration. The sand was the coolest thing I stepped on. What did it was the wood. There's like wooden slats, and I took like 3 or 4 steps, and it fucking scalded my feet. And I was then stuck at the top. I had to make it all the fucking way back down again. And all I could think it was like an advanced game level of, I think it's Final Fantasy, where eventually, Final Fantasy 7, if anybody gets to the end of that, eventually you fight Sephiroth, right? And I think you go like through a load of fucking, a bit like Mordor or something. And that's all I could fucking think of. The 4th disc on my PlayStation 1. Like, I can fucking get there. I remember doing this bit quite quickly, and I don't remember having to replay it too many times. So that was the day before we went hiking in Petra. So my feet were burned to a fucking cinder. So given the fact that we've conditioned ourselves in Jordan to do a hike that shitly, The only thing that could possibly go wrong in Arizona is firearms.
Yeah, I think you should be fine now. You should be fine.
Yeah.
They carry the guns around, but it's more just to be like, I am tough, even though I'm not tough. So you'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I actually need to look. I need to look into, because I wake up so early. I would like to believe I might be able to sleep in, but also it's the time change. It's like 6 hours ahead, so I wonder when the jet lag is going to hit. Yeah. And
you'll be all right.
Oh no, I mean, I'll be fine. I'll figure it out.
Right.
I gotta hit up. Yeah, there are definitely some people I gotta hit up. I don't think and I purposely didn't set up any recordings while I'm in England because I was like terrified to do that.
Why? Well, we'll do one, obviously.
Well, yeah. Oh, hell yeah, we will. Well, I just
don't. Well, we'll do. We can do a load. We can just do a little. We'll have a little tourist season. We'll take. Well, I've got all sorts of bullshit to do,
and that's all I want to do. Like truly, I want to do specific things, but other than that, like I just want to do bullshit. I just want to go and experience. I'm very.
We've actually managed we managed to book all of our cultural events either side of you being here somehow. Because otherwise, we could have taken you to various things, but there's nothing happening right here. So I'm at the theatre, there's a recording, then I'm at a recording, and then some else, another comedy show. But we might be able to go. We can go start some just random stand up. Not a lot.
Manchester Rugby Club, like that's what I want to do. I want to go to some rugby games.
Is it right season? Is it on? Six Nations is on, isn't it? When's the Six Nations games on? That might be fun for you if you want to go for a couple of beers or something.
Oh yeah, go in and experience. Like that would actually be really cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, go into Central and go and do that, and go and realize how expensive beer is in Central London and complain about it like everybody else.
Oh man,
honestly, it's how I can afford to live here.
Well, in the rugby, it says rugby. Maybe they're going through a break. Well, because I was looking at just rugby league, because that would be really.
I don't think it's the right season, is it?
Is it in season? The second is the last day, the last game.
Right. Okay.
At least there's nothing scheduled past that. The Betfred Super League.
I think what else is on. I mean, there's loads of shit.
Oh yeah, well I'm sure there's tons of things.
Loads and loads of stuff.
Let's see. Oh dang, yeah, and Manchester plays Stockport, but that's the 8th, and then there's another game on the 22nd. So yeah, there just must be like an international break while I'm there. Because then it starts back on the 22nd, then it's the 5th of April, and then the 12th of March. That's shit. Yeah, it seems like just once a month they take like 2 weeks off. That's shit.
That's all right. You can come back unless you get yourself thrown out.
I will do my best to make sure that doesn't happen. But anything's possible, right? Anything's possible.
If anybody's listening from the US Embassy, by the way, I'm trying to get my citizenship papers sorted, and I've sent you an email which you've ignored. I'll be sending you another email. And I'll be getting my mum on the case if you don't fucking reply to my email. Okay. And she went through she bothered getting the paperwork in the first place, and she is a very, 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 very difficult person to deal with. So
that's actually something I low-key want. I would love to bump into as many just like English as fuck people as possible.
We don't go to London then, do you? That's the last place you'll find them. Fucking hell.
I just want to bump into some people where I'm just like, what the fuck did they just say? Like, that's what I want. I want it in the best way. It's just like, bro, you're really English.
We might have to take you for a tour. I don't know. We'll have to discuss it.
Yeah, I mean,
Because the bank can sell my credit rating out. Thank you, Lloyd's Bank. If you can sort that out, then I will have a credit facility to be able to do everything and not concern myself about my future journey to the States. Because I don't want to get stranded. It's just I don't appreciate it. Thank you, TransUnion and Lloyd's. Although Lloyd's have been very good during all of this.
Shout out to Lloyd's.
They've been very good. They kept a good record. They showed really good care of a customer during a difficult time. And I'd like to repay you by accessing some of your credit products, if that's all right. My credit rating is good. I've done the calculations. It's good with all of your credit providers, all the score providers. And it's your calculation that's incorrect, but you won't admit that you made that calculation. I know you do. Because I've got friends in the banking sector. And I know how these things work.
He's got friends.
Yeah. So I have. I know how these things are fucking calculated because I've been doing some questions and answer sessions with people who are quite happy to share these informations on the highest level with no PPI. Or is it PII? Personal identifying information? PII.
So I found the website, Rugby League, and it has like every game. It has like top. It even has like under 15s games and stuff too. It's just like, okay, that's a little much. Okay. I don't think I want to do that. But
Ruggers, good old Ruggers. Oh
my gosh.
It's getting late, mate. I'm gonna bail because I'm tired.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
That's an hour. Everybody will be bored to fuck of us at this point.
We've hit the limit. This has been nice.
This has been lovely.
Well, thank you. Up, rate, review, all those stupid things that everybody has to ask y'all to do.
Don't forget to buy my water bottles when I launch those shortly.
Hell yeah.
There'll be other people's opinions and stuff you don't need, I think will be the name of the company. Or might just be stuff you don't need. Stuff you don't need. I think.
And make it be instead of you. Or instead of a Y, make it a U, so you can call it SUDS.
SUDS, yeah.
It needs to be It needs to be like an acronym that people don't know. So then when they ask, "What does it mean?" and then you're just like, "Stuff you don't know, stuff you don't need." Yeah. And they're like, stuff "What?"
Sudan. Like, yeah, I don't need it. Yeah, and then we'll do a fucking collab with someone, and we'll cause a riot. That's the goal. I just want to cause.
That is the goal. That's 1,000% the goal.
I used to want to start a cult because I thought it'd be interesting to do, but I think that's quite an egotistical thing. And not operate a cult because that seems like a logistical nightmare. Like be an early, big, starter, founder, co-founder. Hi, yeah, starter and co-founder, president and co-founder. Obviously, the thing that makes me chuckle these days about people. In business with the business titles. I think the CEO, is the most lols title. I don't think you can be a CEO unless you've got at least 150, maybe 200 employees. I think before that, you just got to be the boss, haven't you? Really?
Yeah, like I don't know what I would have to do to call.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay, here we go.
I might be the CEO with Sudsa.
Let's see, at 8 p.m.
He's not listening to
Friday night.
He's looking for rugby.
I'm looking for this rugby. Yeah,
it's like he's trying to find a fucking
Salford
find a massage parlor in fucking Amsterdam. Honestly, is that what you want?
There's a game at 8 p.m. that night.
Oh, what time?
Get in.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
you should be able to get to that.
Yeah, it's in Salford. Yeah.
Well, what time do you get in? 4:00.
Yeah, get in at 4. Yeah.
You might be pushing it to get to the 8 o'clock game.
Oh, is it?
Might be.
I'll beg some friends to drive me around.
Yeah, it's pretty accessible. I think, aren't they down near on the other side of Barton Bridge? Have a look. Oh, they are.
It's the Salford Community Stadium.
Where the fuck is that? Is that near Barton Bridge? Is that just near the water, near the canal?
I don't know. Hold on, let me look it up. You're asking me questions I don't know. Is
that the stadium?
Eccles Salford.
Is that Salford Reds?
Yeah.
Salford Reds,
yep.
I wonder how you get there. You can get to Trafford Centre, but then obviously you can't walk across that bridge. And I'd hate to see you as an American trying to walk across a motorway bridge.
Oh, I would not do that. I would not do that.
I'm gonna fucking live.
Like, I'm not trying to die the first night I'm there.
With his fucking party man outfit on.
With my big old.
Just remember, dress. Just when you choose your wardrobe, dress depressed. That's you got to be your vibe. Joy Division are from Manchester. You need to be listening to Joy Division as you pack your suitcase.
Dress depressed is hilarious, but I mean that's fair. That's fair. Okay, so here we go. Here's one. All right, let's get out of here. All right, baby. See you, baby. All right.
Bye, everyone.